1917, 26 March, Palestine. Moved up on east side of Gaza and find the 3rd Brigade are in reserve some miles back. A great lot of firing going on at Gaza and some very big shells coming from Beersheba way. 2nd April, quiet night on post and very foggy. Can have a good look at Gaza with the glasses, and it's a big town. During the fight the town was full of Turks and some bayonet work was done in the cactus hedges. 20th April, waited for daylight and began to advance in support of 9th Battalion. Soon met some bullets but went into a wadi, spelled, had some grub, then on again in a long line. Very open now. We advanced over a ridge inside of their trenches, and what a welcome we got. Machine guns fairly rained bullets and stopped our gallop. Hung on for a couple of hours under a very heavy fire and a lot were hit. I was flat on the ground for over half an hour, afraid to move. Bullets were skimming over. When it slackened, made a dive for a heap of dirt and got there. When shrapnel came right over us, began to retire as no hope of getting forward. Took up another position and held it till dark. Men getting hit all the time. Then returned to our horses and rode back a couple of miles. Watered and took up an outpost in some trenches. 22nd April. Back at the old grooming, watering and grazing of horses, and the dust is awful. However, got a bit of sleep last night and removed our boots and saddles, though haven't had a wash yet. 31st October, Palestine. Had operations explained re-attack of Beersheba today. We rode all night with practically no sleep and at times very slow with many halts. Went northeast, then northwest, till on the east side of Beersheba. The infantry are operating from the other side and a heavy bombardment is going on. The mounted division have advanced on to a great flat and their batteries pouring it in to Tel Asaba. Our horses are very tired and leg weary and short of feed, while we are on half ration and emergency stuff. A deserted Bedouin camp is near and we got a feed of barley for the nags and also water for ourselves. Beersheba seemed to have a few buildings, a big one of 3 stories, the usual minaret and a lot of hovels. 1st November. We then went back to division headquarters and were going to water when a Torb came over unobserved and emptied his load of bombs. Talk about confusion. Horses galloping everywhere. We handed over and pumped thousands of shots into him, but he returned and dived, emptying his machine gun into us and then departed. Soon found that the regiment was extremely lucky, though Colonel Mager, who only rejoined us 2 days ago, was badly hit in the leg and arm and we hear he'll lose the latter. 5th November. Hear that Colonel Mager has died. On Friday we went 8 or 9 miles north of Beersheba, our troop on flank guard of column. About 2 o'clock we rejoined the squadron and soon after galloped into action near where we had seen Year Manry going up and also armoured cars, 2 of which were disabled. Paul Les Jackson was killed. Also Lieutenant Watt, while Elms, Cox, Drain, De Sawyers, Keeble, Poulter and several others were hit. At least we got word that infantry were coming to relieve us and they were a welcome sight with their shrapnel helmets. Then rode back to Beersheba and it seemed as if we would never get there. Thousands of horses and a slow water pipe and it was 2 hours before our poor brutes got a drink. 1918. 8th of January. More rain and mud. Left camp at 9 and the brigadier took us through the town of Gaza. There's hardly a building left whole and shell holes everywhere. Rode right through the big mosque which was blown down.